Hello, YouTube. Back again. Yeah. Hey, hello, prepper. LA prepper is in the house. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. Having a rough day. I was having problems with my machine. The AI here. It wouldn't let me on. Couldn't get on for like, man, 40 minutes. I was fighting. I was trying to get on. So I was watching stuff on the little phone thing I got, and I was watching stuff on that. And so I had to unplug the whole computer and reboot it, start over again. So here I am. Just took a minute. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Yeah. So today I'm gonna talk. Hold on. I had to tighten my chair up to keep from swinging back and forth. It's a rocking chair. Today I'm gonna talk about folklore and legend. The reason I want to talk about this is because I was asked if I ever watched Skinwalker Ranch a few months ago, a couple of months ago, and I said no. So I started watching it, and I've been catching up on it. And wow, Lord, you just got home from knee surgery. How are you? Wow. Wow. Yeah. See, I could tell you about knee surgeries. I done had five knee surgeries. Yep. That includes the two replacements on the same knee. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to bore you with my troubles, but maybe one day I will, show you the scars. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, anyway, guy asked me if I watched Skinwalker Ranch. I never even heard of it before. So I started watching it and I found it really interesting and it was good. So I went back like I always do on stuff, and I did some research on it, and I found out that thing been going on since the 1700s. It is really interesting. It's a TV show, and I watched it, and it was great, and I wrote down some notes about it because it's a Native American thing, because it's out there in Utah, and I don't go to Utah. I don't go that much anymore anyway. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Excuse me. And it started, like I say, it goes way back to the 1700s. Okay, Laura said, yeah, I had a meniscus tear and a few other things. Now they just told me that more than likely I'm going to need a knee replacement. Oh, boys, I'll hear that before. So let me tell you, in my right knee, I had a meniscus tear. I never got a knee replacement for the right knee because I had got the left knee replaced. But the meniscus tear, they made a little incision, they did the arthroscopic thing, and my knee was sore for about a month with therapy and everything. And it felt better. Wow. And now it bothers me again because all the little cartilage I had left is wore out. So now I don't have any cartilage in that knee, so it hurts. But on the other knee, the left knee, I tore that up in high school, So I had ACL and the NCL. Had both my ligaments tear in my knee playing football. And so they went in and replaced them, fixed them up, put pins in them and everything. And then over the years, it wore down. So I had to get a knee replacement. So I got a knee replacement. It worked good for about maybe 7 years, and then it came loose. So then they had to go back in and replace the knee that they replaced the knee, and they had to put an extra extension on the bottom part that's going into my femur, and screw that in, and then they had to extend the part that goes into the knee at the top. And like I said, it wasn't no fun when it came loose. I was out walking. I was a mailman at the time, and I was delivering my route. And it was funny. I was just flopping. I did the whole route. Went back in. Told him I had to go take off. Went to see my doctor that night. And the next day, I was in surgery. They replaced the whole knee for a second time, but that's a whole other story. Mine's the right knee also. Yeah, I thought I had that done with 3 little holes. Yeah, they do. They do. Because I know they had to go back in once and they cleaned scar tissue out my knee, left knee once, and they had to do little stitches like that. Maverick Prepper said, "Isn't Steven Spielberg Ranch?" It's no, it's something else. It's Annalie Brown, Josh excuse me, I have a little problem here. Gardner Josh, how you doing? Laura Bird, how you doing? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm not a stranger to surgery. I had 5 back surgery. Ooh man. Ooh. Yeah, well you understand the pain then every morning. Every morning. Yeah. You say I'm going to be robotic. Yeah, we getting there. We got so much metal in our bodies. We becoming the cyborgs, bionic people. Pretty soon they're gonna be putting chips in us. To help us with our pain and manage our nerves. Yeah, they're gonna put chips in us. I see that coming. But anyway, yeah, but back in the old days, there was no cure for it. I mean, you just had a back pain and stuff like that. They weren't replacing parts. They would just let you suffer. Most of them put you in them homes. Or a sideshow. Unpaved Explorer. I had the ACL when this is on my right knee done. It's always the right knee. To seems like yeah, I did that. That's 2004. Yeah. Okay, I had enough spare parts from China toy factory. I don't. Okay. You say yeah, Lord, I pass on any chips. Well, we might not have a choice pretty soon. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they might do it anyway. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's Skinwalker Ranch, and I did some research on it, and they said that they seen humanoid animals out there that was 8 feet tall, and they had like large werewolf type animals, and this is the history that I got that I when I went back and stuff, and they see orbs in the skies, which they do on TV on the series now. Every time they dig it into that ground, they will see some orbs, and I think they should leave that alone because that place it was scary from what I understood the history of it for. It had this one story about the 3 dogs that the previous owners had that they heard something out there, they seen something. If you got big dogs, you let them go get it, whatever it is. It could be a wolf, a bear, whatever, and they let the dogs go. That they were scared to go out there because all they heard was yeah, the dogs. That was it. They went out there. The next day they found puddles, 3 bush, just puddles out there, where the dog would fight an unknown animal, whatever it was, to zap the dogs into mush. And so they moved right after that. It could be anything. It could be poltergeist activity. It could be a portal to another world because some people have said that they seen lights and stuff. When it's a creature appeared or whatever it was. With a yellow sky behind it, could be time travelers or whatever. And they said they were shapeshifters. And that's Skinwalker Ranch. And I say, wow, it's a pretty good series, yeah. And I thought it was good. And I just figured, and it got me thinking, what other stuff is out there that I didn't know about that I never heard about? I heard about stuff like gators in the sewers in New York, which was true. Somebody back in the 30s had put an alligator in there, and they grew to a big, enormous size, stuff like that. And then they have mind control video games. With the video games are controlling minds. I think they're doing that now. I think the internet is doing that now too. And then they had the trolls, elves, legends and stuff like that. Folklore, and they had the Wendigo. I remember the Wendigo because I used to watch the TV show and they had a Wendigo on there. That's a Native American thing. That's a cannibal spirit that turns into like a giant whatever, and it starts eating your soul and your body, craving for flesh. That's a Wendigo, in case you never heard of it. Then we got the Wolfman, Frankenstein, monster, vampires. I mean, Bigfoot. All these are legends. We never seen them. At least I never seen them. We got the what they call that thing, the Jersey Devil. That's in like New Jersey, Philadelphia area. See, a lot of the stuff I never even heard of. I may have heard somebody mention it, but I never heard about it. And they had the Jersey Devil. They got the Elizabeth Lake Monster. I think that's in like LA County up here, something like that. And they got a lot of legends out there. They got the Fresno Nightcrawler. That's the new one out there. That one's that started in the 90s. It's about a giant half creature, half a body, just walking around. We got folklore all over. I mean, I don't know what you got. Like in Ohio, we got the Lake Erie Monster. Some places got the Mothman. You know, I mean, so the Moss Man I know is David Moss. It does the TV thing. They call him the Moss Man, but that's the Moss Man, not the Mothman. Yeah, so that's a whole bunch of stuff. You know, like California got a lot of legends out there. You know, they got the legend of Turnbull County. You know, and stuff like that. You know, they see ladies in the lake out in Stowe Lake County out there. California is just a haunted place. The legend of Sleepy Hollow. Yes, they have that. You know, Paul Bunyan. It's just stuff out there, and a lot of the stuff is unexplainable. Some of the questions we don't have the answers for, which is kind of strange because I don't know where a lot of people live at, but I mean I'm pretty sure you guys got your own legends. Like some people say that if you look in the mirror and call somebody certain person name, I'm gonna just use Candyman for example. And you say it 3 times that the spirit come and try to get you or something like that. I mean, when we were kids, they used to do that. You know, they used to get a mirror and start saying this lady's name and wait for the spirit to come get you. Yeah, so I mean, it's just crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Unpaid explorers talking about knees. I know about knees. Oh man, I know about knees. He said, "Hello, Lord, it's terrible. I can't run. My jogging rate on the treadmill is 3.5. I cannot do anything faster than sometimes it locks up. Oh, that's locking up is terrible. I never had my knees locked up. I've been fortunate, and I fell down. I fall down. Oh, man. Unpaid, Josh. I mean, unpaid, John. You got it bad if your knee locking up and you're falling down. You need to have them redone. Start wearing them braces. You know, I got a video when I show you what kind of braces I got just in case, because see in a SHTF situation where the zombies are coming, it might be World War Z zombies and you're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to run. Maverick Prepper says in Connecticut we have Governor Lamont. I never heard of him. I got to check that out. It's a legend. Wow. Because we have 100 places here in Ohio. I don't know. It seems like a lot of legends that we have in America is mostly Native American legends because they've been here so long. They've been here first, except for those legends like the Kraken and stuff like that, where you get Greek mythology. You get a lot of those legends. I don't think I'm going to be running anywhere. Let me tell y'all. Back in 1976, when I had my first knee surgery. That's when I had the ACL, NCL. Now, they said I wasn't going to be the same. Okay, but I went out and had my surgery. He did all the rehab stuff. I came back, didn't even seem like I even had knee surgery. I was running, jumping, playing ball, playing football, playing basketball, kick, everything. People never even know I had knee surgery. And I've had both my ligaments replaced. Not replaced, but redone. Then, when I got my knee replaced, that's when I wasn't able to run. When I had the knee replacement, running was not an option. And then I had to replace the second. I mean, I could walk. I worked another 12 years. 12 years after my knee replacement. I'm walking 9-10 miles a day easily. Okay, he's a state legendary monster. Okay, our gargoyles real or folklore? You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Behind every folklore and legend, there is some truth, and I do believe that gargoyles are real. I do believe that there's some legend and there's truth behind every legend. Like I said, I think gargoyles are real. Quasimodo, they thought he was a gargoyle. Quasimodo, Yeah. My grandfather was a Native American, and she talked about skinwalkers. Yes, skinwalkers. Those, like I said, the Skinwalker Ranch. Yes, like I say, and they legend, and they like I said, they had large yellow eyes, and they had long talents, and they used to change. They were shapeshifters, and that's where they at out there in Utah. They talking about Skinwalker Ranch. That's how they got that name. But Skinwalkers, behind, like I say, behind every legend in folklore and myth is always some truth. There's always some truth behind all of that stuff. Like these people eating babies and stuff like that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's always some kind of truth. The guy wearing people faces and skin to the mask. That's it again. Uh, hey, Ginger Ninja, how you doing? Yeah, so there's always some truth behind everything you hear. Let's see. I had osteochondria defect in my knee surgery for that. It's painful. Wow. Yeah, knee surgery. All things fast, all things fast. Knee surgery is not easy because, like I said, I walk with a cane now, but not because of my knees so much, because my knees went bad. My hip went bad because I was favoring my knee, putting more pressure on my hips, and then the hip went bad. The hip, and they keep talking about, hey, you need surgery, you need the knee replacement, you need the hip replacement. I told them I just need to relax. And that's what I do. So I don't do a lot of walking like I used to. I still walk, I still drive, I still go places, but now I'm old. I sit on my porch, I go in my garden, I walk around the yard. It ain't like I can't walk. It's just I don't walk fast. If I had to fight zombies, I would take the Walking Dead zombies because I think I have a 50-50 chance. But the World War Z zombies or Z Nation zombies, I'm gone. They got me. I hope I taste good. I hope I give them heartburn. WD Glock, I am in Bigfoot Central. Yes, you are out there. WD Glock, how far are you from that fire? Because I know you got fire out there. I know you had a thing a couple of years ago where you had fire right in your backyard, basically. Yeah. Anna Lee Brown said that was John Wayne Gacy out there. Yeah, mass murderer, serial killer. Yep. Skinwalkers were witches that could take shapes. I heard different versions of over the years. Yes, witches, man. See, like I tell you, it's always kind of legend like Salem, the witch hunt where they killed all them witches and stuff like that. It's always some truth to every folklore and legend. You know what I mean? It's always a little bit of truth. And it's always about shapeshifters. See, me, I will relate everything to aliens, but I'm not gonna go there. I try not to go there, but I'm gonna keep it real today. We're just gonna talk about the legends and stuff that's not related to aliens. We may do some transcending the world kind of stuff, like extra dimensional stuff today, but I'm not gonna talk aliens. I say that for another day. Because I get stuck on aliens and we never get off of it. Laura said the polar machine that they gave me to come home with, I wish I had it for years. Oh, you mean the machine to help you bend your knee? I don't know what they would call that, man, but I love that machine. Man, I get on that machine. I was on there for 5-6 hours. Just sit there watching TV because I could put it in a good place. I had it, and they just help you bend your knee, and it was good. But physical therapy do too, but I ran out, because it was getting paid for it. And after certain many sessions, they told you that you were cured because your insurance ran out on it. Okay, W.E. Glock said I'm 5 hours. It's a Southern Oregon. Okay, yeah, that's a big fire, man. I've been watching it burn. Yeah, so you be careful up there. You and the family. Okay, I'm up in Mount Hood. Okay, yeah, you better watch out. Bigfoot will be around there. You and the wife and kids and the dog, Bigfoot will get you. Bigfoot will get you. And Bigfoot been around long as I can remember, I used to think when they used to say Bigfoot when I was in elementary school, I thought they were talking about this kid because he had real big feet. But it wasn't. It was about that. Hey, Gail from Southern Living. That's Coupon Gail. Yeah, that's her second channel. You didn't know. Another Native American legend is Thunderbird. Some people say it's a giant pterodactyl and it's still flying around the southern wild. Wow, you know what? I did hear something about that, but I thought it was just a big buzzard. I don't know, an oversized buzzard that had grown to big size, but I don't know if that was true or not. But I know they got that in the Phoenix, like Phoenix, and everybody know the legend of the Phoenix, The bird went up to the sun, got so high, came back down in a ball of flame and burst on the ground and came back to life. It burns and it dies. It burns and it dies. Yeah, it comes back to life. Let's see, Anna Lee Brown, where was that giant they shot and called Kandahar, or sometimes in the Middle East, and there, NASA. So why not the memory? You know what? They found the cave full of giants. I mean, you find giant bodies. People used to think giants was false. Let me tell you, legend of Paul Bunyan probably was true. Like I say, most legend and folklore, they got evidence to show that some was happening. And like I said, that they have giants. They did find those giant bodies. Some people say they Nephilims. I don't know, but I know these bodies were like anywhere from 9 to 16 feet tall. 16 feet. I mean, I'm 6'2", so I mean that's big. That's big. You say the Thunderbird is related to the Phoenix. Yes, probably so. I don't know. Let's see. It's a wrap thing around the backer, wraps around your knee and keeps it frozen. Wow. I didn't get that one. I got the other thing that see, when I had my knee replaced with years ago, before they had all this modern technology. That's why you see my first scar on my knee. It looks nasty because they didn't have the arthroscopic and all that stuff. They cut me up along the side back then, and then I got the one across the front where they went in twice to replace. That's a whole other story. That's knees. That's my knee. I said, has anyone seen Starlink satellites in the sky? It's been so cloudy because we getting smoke from a fire up here. We getting a lot of smoke, believe it or not. And I'm in Ohio on the lakefront, and we getting smoke from the fire in Oregon and the fire that's in Canada. There's a fire in Canada too. And we getting smoke here, believe it or not. And it's blocking out a lot of the stars and stuff up here, so we can't see it. That's what I was saying. That's from one end of the country almost to the other. I don't even know if New York getting the smoke, but we getting the smoke here. Let's see, looks like a train going across the sky. No, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. And Adam says that the book of Enoch talks about these giants. Yeah. Not only the book of Enoch, but the King James Bible too. I guess that's the book of Moses, books of Moses. They talk about the giants, especially when they talking about Noah's Ark. When they talking about Noah, they mentioned that the Nephilims was there when the Ark was being built. What about Jeepers Creepers? Does he exist? I don't know. That's a movie. I never even heard of Jeepers Creepers until I seen the movies. They got 3 of them. The first 2 was okay, but that third one was bad. I ain't gonna say it sucked. I would just say it was bad. And then they got a 4th one coming out. Yeah. Let's see. Adam said Nephilim spelling. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? Giants always been around, and it's funny because a lot of people think things are a myth. Okay, then a perfect example. I once heard this story about these explorers out in Africa. They never people don't really go to the Congo because there's so much forest and stuff out there, and they go there and they look for these things. They look for these myths, and they found the silverback gorilla, and they always thought it was a myth. They thought it never existed, and they went back there and they found these silverback gorillas. So that's what I'm saying. Folklore, myth, and legends. There's some truth to all of them. You know what I mean? Like this one lady, I don't forget her name, but she used to kill babies. She did. She used to kill babies. It's going back in like a 13th, 14th century. And she used to bathe in their blood, or the blood of virgins, basically, too. I'm not talking about little infant babies. I'm talking about kids, young kids, like 7, 6. We're very young kids, and most of them was really young, and because she wanted the blood of a virgins to bathe in. And this lady was like a vampire. They called her a vampire, and she was killing them. Anna Lee Brown said that's in Genesis 6:4. Yeah, when they talk about the Nephilims, I know that's in there. The Bible also talk about the Leviathan and the Behemoth. Oh yeah, the Leviathan. Man, I don't want to. That Leviathan, I wouldn't want to mess with that. Leviathan. I've been hearing about Leviathans all my life because we always talk about stuff like that. And Detroit Purple say Bloody Mary. I think that's the one we was talking about when you talk about looking in the mirror and you say her name so many times that she's supposed to come and get you. Hey, Niecy, how you doing? Nikki, how you doing? I should know that because my sister-in-law name is Nikki. Nicole. Hey, Nicole, that's the everyday life of OCD chicken. Excuse me for having little problems here talking because I'm I don't know, a little off kilter for some reason. Let's say that's Nikki, Foundation of Black American 1526. What's up, OG? How you doing? New to the channel. I hope you enjoy it. Like I say, when I do my lives, most of the time when I do my lives, I don't really talk about prepping. My prepping's in my video. I got a whole playlist of nothing but prepping stuff. But I talk about some of everything. But most of the time, we just have conversations, and that's what we're doing now. And like I say, we talking about stuff like like I said, alligators in the sewers and stuff like that, goblins and trolls. Because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of this is real. People they believe in elves because they got the Keebler elves, they got the elves that help Santa Claus, and then you got the elves from Lord of the Rings. But it's always some truth to some of that stuff. Hey, hoot out holler. I see, Anthony Scots. Okay. Do you reload? No, I know I don't have a reloader. I don't do reloads. I just buy my ammo like everybody else. But lately, I haven't been buying any because it's too high. They gouging on the price. I'm trying to wait till it go down. The price of ammo has been going down. It's back on the shelves. Like I said, when I was buying 9mm ammo, it was only $9.99 a box at most places I go. And highest I paid for something was like $14 one time at the gun range, but they want like $25 for a box of 59mm. That's not my price. I'm not paying it. It's just too much. And I ain't gonna even ask to tell you what they want for 45. So that's a whole other story. But I don't reload. Our mermaid is real. You know what? They just said they found the mermaid. What was it? Last year they said they found the fish, but it had a head of a fish. The head of the fish looked like a catfish. And it had two arms and it had fins, but because it had these arms, they said it was like a merman. So I don't know, but I think that whoa, that chat is really going fast. So I think yes, mermaids are real, but like I say, we don't have the terminology to explain what the unexplainable is. So we always say that it's something else. I lost my thing here. Hold up here. I'm trying to get rid of this. I can't see. There you go. Yeah, technology. My AI been acting. That's one thing that made me off today because, like I said, it took me a minute to get my stuff back online. See, I'm still acting up. Okay, here we go. Let me try to catch up here. I'm sorry. Have one of these days. We always have one of them days. But I got my cheeses over there, so I'm good. Okay. Okay. What about sharks in the Great Lakes? I don't think they can live in the Great Lakes. I mean, it's just like piranhas. So, I mean, they say they found the piranha in the Great Lakes, but it was dead. Because that's sharks are saltwater fish. I don't know. Could they handle it? Could they breathe in the lake? I don't think we got sharks out there. We got stuff out there. Like I said, we got the Lake Erie Monster. We got that. But we don't have sharks here. At least I don't think so because I don't swim. I take my kids to the beach. Both my girls knew how to swim. I take them to the beach and everything. They good to go. But like I said, I don't fool around in the water. Not with the piranhas. When they found that piranha, even though it was dead, I said I'm not going to that lake anymore. Then there's chemicals out there too. You can jump in there and just melt away. Pet cemetery. That's in your folklore where people bury their animals and they come back with a different soul from a demon. It could be. Reloading compounds are available now. Give it a shot. Yeah. But you know what? You know what I was thought about reloading. But the problem with reloading is that I had to register to get gunpowder here because where I live at, you can't even have fireworks unless you sign a waiver. And then if me trying to buy gunpowder, I'll be put on a list, and I have enough trouble with the ATF and MIBs and all them places out there. So I don't want them to know that I got a bunch of gunpowder because next thing they know they'll be saying that I'm to blow up something, and I'm not. I'm just trying to survive and take care of my family. Annalie Brown, slow lane living it with Paula and Randa. Okay. I'm reloading 9mm right now. Okay, just whoa, went too fast, went too far. Hey, Chris Clever Craft, how you doing? Okay, Adam says the Loch Ness monster. Loch Ness monster. You know, every year they find pictures of the Loch Ness monster. I think it might be true. I think it's more of illusion type thing sometimes because you see this big old thing floating water and stuff like that. It could be something to scare away the tourists or maybe somebody doctored the photographs. I don't know. They've been looking for that thing since the 1600s and they can't find it. But then, like I say, this is all myth and legend. They've been looking for Bigfoot since I don't know the beginning of time. They say Bigfoot and the abominable snowman are like related. They say they're probably the same creature, just going all over the world. But with this tunnel system that we have, they say that we have tunnels. We got the largest tunnel system in America, in Pennsylvania and in Ohio, and you can go anywhere underground. We don't know how deep these tunnels go. Some of them, they say they had tunnels that had been explored already that's over 15 miles long. That's a long tunnel. I know in Vietnam, they have tunnel systems everywhere. Everywhere. They got the largest tunnel systems in the world. I mean, big tunnel systems that got rivers and lakes in them. Like Admiral Byrd, when he was up in Alaska, they found an underground tunnel system. But see, again, like I said, I don't want to talk aliens, so I'm not going to mention that because, you can get into that. We'd be here all day with that. Let's say, whoa, hold up here. I got to put the thing on slow motion one day. Okay. Detroit, they have definitely been found in lakes. Okay, somebody said they found sharks in the lake. I know that they might have. Hey, Paul, how you doing? My kids purchased 10 pounds of thermite. Thermite, yeah. Yeah, you can buy thermite. We can't. It depends on how much you get. You can buy thermite, but I don't want to fool, like I say, fool with that because I don't need the government coming look for me. Because right now they think I'm a subversive. Probably some people think it's a huge sturgeon, the Loch Ness monster. I don't know. Maybe it could have been a dolphin or a whale. Some people thought it might have been a whale, but I mean, to get it that far inland, it'll be probably hard to do. Plenty of legends and folklore in the UK. Yes, I know they got all kinds of stuff, in the UK because y'all been so close to Europe, and most of the good stories come out of Germany. A buddy of mine, almost 7 feet tall, 400 pounds, and he's a big hairy fellow. Yep, his nickname is Bigfoot. Okay, Shaquille O'Neal could be Bigfoot did because he's almost 400 pounds. He's 7 foot tall. I think 7 foot tall, 350 now. Yeah, put him on one of them fur coats and stuff like that. You never know. You say, Lori, I heard that sharks have been found in the lake too. Let's see. Hey, Garden State Gardner, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Slow Lane Living with Paula and Randy's in the chat. Let's see. Prepared Veterans in the chat. But you know what gets me, I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and some of the people that I watch, they've been finding snakes, a lot of snakes in their chicken coops and stuff like that. So, like I say, they and this is in South America. They never knew that snakes could grow that big. They always call them sea serpent. They got like the pythons and anacondas, and especially anacondas. They can grow huge, huge if they left unchecked and left alone. Like alligators. I think the biggest alligator was what, like 26 feet long? Can you imagine a 26 feet long alligator? They would think that could be a Loch Ness monster or any kind of Lake Erie monster or something like that. And alligators can survive in fresh water. They can, because alligators and crocodiles can survive because they're the same creature, same cousins. The only thing different is the little lip thing on the front. Yes, and so you put one of them in the lake and let that thing grow about 26 feet and see what you get, and see who be missing out there. Yeah, so like I say, it's always some truth to it. And then when you used to get like a family of little people, they always thought they were like elves and leprechauns and stuff like that because people weren't used to it, back in them days. So they used to make up legends and stuff like that, like Hansel and Gretel. You get a old lady living out in the country by herself. Maybe she's a widow and she's doing strange things because she done lost a little bit up here from living so long out in the woods. Maybe she talking to the bunny rabbits and stuff like that. But then again, she might have been a witch, because they eat strange things out there. She might be eating stuff, and then the kids come along and they see she done cooked the apple pie, and then they get scared. They run back and tell the people in the town, "Oh, that crazy lady trying to eat us." See, some myths and legends are started by kids, and kids got an imagination. They can start trouble all the time. Anyone ever tried the Candyman or the Rain type of thing? Candyman. Nah, I don't fool with that kind of stuff. I don't fool with that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people. My sisters did, friends did, but I wasn't into that. Like I was talking about people saying, look in the mirror 3 times and call out a name. Yeah, I just like the movies. Well, Bavaria is where the Rothschilds is their ink from. So there must be a lot of occult stuff there. Plus, that's where the original greatest game started in modernish times. The Rothschilds, yes, that's right. They are from Germany, the Bavarian area. Yeah, it could be because even the Germans, the Nazis, they were into occult stuff. You know what I mean? They were looking for with a Necronomicon and all these other books out there in the occult. What is the dominant creature? Great white shark or a crocodile? Gotta be the killer whale. Because the killer whale will kill a great white shark. But I mean, as far as you just talking about just for survival, like I say, I think the most dangerous land creature is probably the grizzly bear. Grizzly bear, the polar bear. It's even more dangerous than a lion because it'll kill a lion. But I'm just saying, but it's a lot. It's a lot of dangerous things out there. Hey, it's your boy Leo. Leo, how you doing? Hey, let's see. Let's see. I think the sharks are good, but like I say, the sharks, like I say, they're not as smart as a whale or a dolphin. Dolphins beat sharks up all the time. But that's a whole other story. My only tomato plant, a cherry tomato plant, is going to town hard to make a sandwich with them. Somebody Walmart swapped the tags. I thought it was a beef steak type. Oh yeah. People do that for fun. You go to buy something and then put something else on. You think you buying tomatoes and you thank you. Yo, it's your boy Leroy. Wow, I got a sticker. Well, I don't even know what to do. I don't know. I can't sing. I can't dance. I give you 2 thumbs up. All right. Yeah. Thank you. What was that? And very, very nice one. Okay. And okay. Hey, House of X is in the house. How you doing? So anyway, like I said, on my 10th birthday, we went to the beach to swim. Early one morning, got surrounded by dolphins and got to pet and play with them. Someone told me the other day that they were probably saving us. Could be. Dolphins been known to save people, sailors out there at sea. They've been known to do that. They say dolphins are one of the smartest creatures in the world. They do. They said that they brain capacity. Which is probably true because dolphins can live in fresh and salt water, like the alligators, crocodiles. See, that's something. Hey, House of X, got 2 thumbs up. Okay, wow, got another sticker. Oh man, I feel blessed today. Wow. Adam said, I just thought of Cisco and Ebert and 2 thumbs up. Okay, wow. Yeah, dog. I love. You know what? See, like I said, I'm by the Great Lakes. I love water. My brother got a nice boat. This is the third boat, and I got another one from Leo. Yo, it's your boy Leo. How you doing? See, I'm gonna have to learn to do a dance or something. I can't dance, but do something to recognize you guys. Give you the tilt of the hat. I still got all my hair here. Need to comb it. Gail coupon got you are monetized. Yes, Gail, I've been monetized for about 3 weeks. Yes. I always wondered if Cisco and Ebert didn't like a movie if they gave it the bird. No, I don't think they gave it the bird because Cisco and Ebert they had to keep their syndication. So if you give something the bird, they'd take them off the show. No. So you couldn't do that. Okay. Congratulations, Ray. Congratulations on your birthday. Thank you. Yeah. So like I say, it took a while, I had the subscribers, but the hours was a problem, let me tell you, one day I woke up, I had 3,825 watch hours. So the next day I woke up, I had 3,872 watch hours. I don't know if my watch hours toward the end was going up and down. I guess because they be reviewing it, and then they say, okay, we're gonna let these watch hours count. Then they would not let these count. And the next day they come back and say, we're gonna add these back on. And the next day they say, because they have people actually going ahead and reviewing your watch hours, because they say sometimes when you do live streams and you don't put no content on it, that they won't count it. They might put a review and then take it away at the end or stuff like that. And then sometimes they put it back. I don't know. But I know they do some strange things. Let me tell you, like, since I've been monetized, I had 4 videos that they said wasn't suitable for monetization. And my last video, my duct tape video, they said that it wasn't suitable for monetization, getting monetized for ads. They say people can watch it, but they couldn't put ads on it. I'm like, my duct tape, what's wrong with that? So I went back and you got the little button you hit to follow the appeal. I followed the appeal, came back and said it was okay. See, I don't know. Every time I found an appeal, it said it was okay. I don't know why they do that, and every time I found an appeal, they let it go through and says, okay. I had one when I had my little dog just walking around the yard, my watchdog video. It's only like, a minute and 36 seconds, and he just walked from one end of the yard to the other, got to the gate and looked out, and then he barked. And they said that was unsuitable for ads. I say, what the heck? So then they went on ahead and I filed an appeal and got it. So it's just crazy stuff. You'll find out once you get to that point. They say, unpaid for, say I lost 50 watch hours the other day. Yeah, they go through and they start looking at your channels when you're getting close, and then they start taking what used to get me is when they used to come in and they purge my subscribers. I go to bed and I have like 1,025 subscribers. The next day I wake up, I have 1,010 subscribers. Then the next day I got 1,028 subscribers. The next day I got 1,002 subscribers. They used to purge. It seemed like they would do it weeks at a time. So it's just one of them things. Let's see. Anna Lee Brown says I had 75 subscribers now, but not that I put it. Well, out any content. Yeah, you can get people. People will, if they like what you said on other people's channel, they will come and find you and subscribe to you. Yep. It says Adam said I have 25 subscribers and have no videos. Those subs. That's what I said. People will find you and they will sub to you. Not so much your channel. They will say, "Oh yeah, that's Natalie. I remember she be on this channel. She be on that channel. She on this channel. I'm a hit the like button because they like what you be saying when you in other people's chats. It's really they do." Let's see. I like 5 random videos of nonsense. Yeah. Well, yeah, let me tell you, YouTube is something else. I'm still learning about it because, like I said, I didn't really get into it until after I retired, and I needed something. I needed something to do because my mind be just working all the time, and I was going crazy watching TV all the time. I couldn't sit there and watch TV. Building a secondary channel someday, they will shut you down for nothing, and you'll have a safety. Well, you know what? I'm Paul Jet. You're right because a lot of people do plan ahead for the future to get a secondary channel. I'm like this. If they shut me down, and I have had friends that I used to subscribe to, guys I used to watch, get shut down and kicked off of YouTube, and they never came back. One did come back for a minute, and they shut them down again. But like I'm saying, if they shut me down and kick me off, I'm gone. I'm not coming back to them because they don't want me. I don't want to be no place where I'm not wanted. And besides, this is America, and I do believe that I have the right to say free speech. I try not to cuss because I don't want to, in case a kid end up watching it, somebody say, look, I got to let my kids watch this. I don't want to have swear words in there because I say my videos are not for kids, but, are you out when you were a kid? We used to go get old Mom Maybelline records and play them while my parents was gone. And we'd be laughing and stuff like that with Red Fox. And we used to laugh when they used to start cussing. But like I say, kids will sneak and watch your videos, So that's why I say I'm not gonna sit up there and like I said that they kick my video, my channel off or something like that because I'm saying certain things. That's fine. But if they tell me I'm not, let me know that I'm not supposed to say certain things, then I won't say certain things because after all, this is their stuff, their channel. Even though I have a right to free speech, they have a right because this is a private. YouTube is private. The private industries, and I'm not gonna fool around and not play by their rules up to a point. Well, okay, that's enough about YouTube because I'm getting on too much playtime. I hope a live stream in a few times. I hopped in the live few a few times, but I use these 3 sheets of the wind and be able to do it. I must have missed them. I'd love to see the video. I have videos, but almost no subscribers. Urban Grandpa is one of those subscribers. Thank you. Okay. I'm one of the subscribers because I subscribe to a lot of people, Richard Pryor. Yeah. I like Richard Pryor. I still like Richard Pryor, even though he did, It's Adam. I just subbed to you. The Adam, you got a subscriber. Nikki subscribed to you. So like I say, yeah, so YouTube, like I say, I don't know everything about YouTube. I really don't know a lot about YouTube. Like I say, I just try to go along with it because YouTube could change at any moment. Because when I first did my first video, YouTube was different. All you needed was like 2,000, 3,000, something like views. All you needed was some views. You didn't need the watch hours. And then all of a sudden they changed it. They changed it the same week I joined, and then they changed it to watch hours and views. And then they was talking about changing it again to watch hours and more views and more watch hours. They're gonna change it to like 2,000 and 10,000 or some crazy stuff like that you can never reach. And then all at the same time, while they doing that, they were adding but the ads to your channel, even though you weren't monetized. I had ads on my videos and I wasn't even monetized. They putting ads on them. And they could do that because see, They control everything. It's just like I almost got me talking about the government and stuff like that. People in power could do what they want to do unless you drop off of them and go live out in the wilderness or something like that. Okay, you lose like interaction, thumbs up or thumbs down. It doesn't matter. You right about that. Because they don't really care about you because they say, I'm gonna tell you, YouTube say one channel drop off, 10,000 channels drop on, and that's all it is. If they figure that you can make them money, they'll keep you on there. But when you start getting too big, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Gun channels. They've been purging gun channels since day one. I've been on here. A lot of the people I used to follow had gun channels. They gone. And now they're going around, and if they find that you got gun channels, gun stuff in your thing, they might demonetize your channel or make you take those videos down. See what I'm saying? It changes all the time. You could have had stuff from way back 6-7 years ago. They would come in there and they would take your channel off and tell you, or give you a strike and tell you got to take this off. And they doing that, and they doing it now because they want to control what content you put out, which is good. I don't have a problem with it. It's your thing. But like I say, when you come in, you won't tell me you want to take my channel. I'm gonna tell you it's yours. Okay, it's yours because you're not paying me enough right now to really worry about it. Maybe if I was making thousands of dollars or something like that, maybe I might worry about it. But I didn't get into it to really make a lot of money. If I do make some money, that's a perk. But I got into it to tell the truth, and that's what I'm gonna tell. Well, it might not be the truth, but it's the truth as I see it. So anyway, I done got too far gone talking about YouTube and all this stuff, but I'm gonna have to go back and start talking about my thing. What I was talking about. Hey, Gigi, Natural Homestead, how you doing? Okay. So yeah, we talk about myth and man. See, a lot of people are afraid of ghosts. You know why a lot of people are afraid of ghosts? Because they don't know how to fight a ghost. I mean, they watch these TV shows and stuff like that, and they watch like Poltergeist. You wake up one morning and your kid is in the TV, you don't know what to do. Eddie Murphy say, "Hey, she was nice. We got to move now." But I'm just saying, it's ways to fight poltergeists and ghosts. That's why you got these people out here that do this stuff for a living. They know how to fight them. See, that's why a lot of people are afraid of ghosts. See, I'm not afraid of no ghosts. You had that one movie Conjuring. They got like Annabelle. They got like 5 or 6 sequels to that, Annabelle, Conjuring, and all that stuff, because they knew how to fight demons and ghosts, and that's what you have to do. So you'll never be afraid of ghosts. See, I'm not afraid to be in a dark place or a dark house or nothing like that. At least not no ghosts. Now, I'm not gonna be in a dark alleyway because you never know who that guy is coming up the street. You know what I mean? It might be somebody that you don't want to meet. And see, Anna Lee Brown I think ghosts are demons. So you pray and praise and claim in the name of Jesus. That's one way you do it because the Bible got all the answers. You put on the whole armor of Christ, stuff like that. It's a whole lot of stuff like in some of the apocryphal books, like the Book of Tobin and stuff like that. They do have stuff you can do, stuff you can say to fight demons. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's true. You get into old stuff like that because ghosts are real. In case you didn't believe me, didn't know. Like I said, I think in my last video or one of my videos, I think when Grady was here, I think I had mentioned Samuel when he had came back. Saul and went and got Samuel and brought Samuel back to ask him some questions. So that just tell you right there, you can't be scared. Chucky scares me. Chucky, you talking about the coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Not the Oakland Raiders. No, that's another story. They call him Chucky. No, Chucky. That's voodoo. Yeah, Chucky. Chucky is a whole different thing. Like people will tell you, if you live in the islands, voodoo is real. It's a religion. It's religion. Yeah, it's a religion. So. Yeah, he said King Saul was tormented by demons. Yeah, he down there with him now because, like Samuel told him that him and his son was going to die, even though his son wasn't that bad of a guy, but it was the bloodline that had to be eliminated. because he did not do what he was told to do. Yep. So like I say, we all bow down to a higher power. My son in college was in a paranormal group and showed some pretty scary situations. Let me tell you, they got TV shows out here now about the paranormal. We don't know what it is. I mean, we actually do not know. And I don't think anybody can probably handle the truth. If we all knew about the unexplained, like I said, I used to watch all them shows. I still do watch as many as I can, But like I say, if we knew exactly what happens when we die, where do our soul go? It ain't the body. The body, when the body, your body ain't in the cemetery. I mean, your body's in the cemetery, but your spirit or your soul is not there. It's wherever it's supposed to be at. Some people might be in heaven, some people might be in hell, but I don't know where heaven and hell is at. They tell me, it's up there. They say hell is down there, but see, then you get different people adding stuff all the time. They got purgatory and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, we don't really know. And then people say they've died and came back. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But see, a lot of times I have problems believing what a man tell me, because I learned a long time ago when I was like 12 or 13 years old. I used to hang with a lot of people. And these other 12 and 13-year-olds used to tell me how to live. They used to tell me all the stuff that they doing, how they live. And I'm thinking, man, you 12 years old. You like me. What have you done lately? What have you really done? Because they trying to embellish themselves and make themselves better than what they are. But you can't follow behind everybody. That's why I tell my kids, I have 14-year-old gonna tell you how the life is. Be only 14. And I used to tell my kids that all the time, but they don't listen to me. They think I'm crazy. Okay, let me get on to it. This is why flat Earth, the real can, not the stupid can, is biblical. Okay, that's Santa Lee. Let's see. I have Gigi Natural Homestead say I have a countdown to the Walking Dead. Oh yeah, I love the Walking Dead. I love all the Walking Dead, and plus even the new one they got out with the girls. It's getting better. I think they're gonna tie all three of them in at one point. I hope they do, and I can't wait for the movies. They got Rick and them coming out, but they keep putting them on hold. Let's see. Well, just say I'm about to find out. I died back in 2016. I'm paying for it now. My lungs hurt. Okay. Okay. You've been subbed to. Fallen angels have walked the earth before and maybe still around. Angels are gonna be here to the end. Fallen angels, you cannot kill a fallen angel. You cannot kill a fallen angel. Now you got lesser demons that's not angels, but the original angels, like I say, I know at least 7 of them. I know by name. I got it written down somewhere because I can't think of them offhand. But the 7 of the original angels, and Lucifer is one of them. Beelzebub. See, a lot of people say, well, they're all the same person. No, they're not all the same person. Beelzebub is not Satan, and Satan is not Lucifer. I mean, they're all different people, different demons. They all came down. So don't get confused. There's 7 of them that I know about. But I mean, but you can't kill them. You can't kill him. That's why he's still around, because it's not your job to kill him. Only person can kill him is the great creator God. So I'm just saying, he's going to take care of that when the end of the time comes, because he wants them to stay here. He wants them to suffer and do whatever they want to do. So even if they want you to kill him, you couldn't kill him. You know what I mean? It's because it's like they're on death row down here, and they got to pay the price or whatever. Let's see. So I'm getting too far into the religion aspect with us, because everything is basically going to turn back to religion. End up on religion. I'm not a preacher or stuff like that. I do go to church. My wife's a deacon, so I don't know what that means. Has the Walking Dead gone gay like everything on Hulu? I don't know. 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 Plain old Chuck. You just hope they allow campfires. Yeah, you gonna burn something up, huh? He say, I like the idea that the Lord of the Rings, the Samario, is of the with Lucifer, Sharon is Satan. Okay. I see what you're saying there, Alan. You're saying that the Lord of the Rings is basically uh, us, but being told by somebody else in a different story. So, you're saying Sauron, who was the big guy, you know, Lucifer, I mean Satan, and then it's the next guy, Margot, was Lucifer. Yeah, it could be because they had a lot of them stuff that's pretty close to religion, like with the elves and all this other stuff and stuff like that. They were all made by one guy, and he put them here and he put them there. The one guy, I think Sauron. He dropped out like Satan did, and then tried to start his own thing and rule the world. Yeah, pretty close. I think you got a point there. I think you does have a point there. Let's say there will be times will be there. Their time will be their time. That's good. That's good. That's good. You're right. Because I said we can't do nothing to stop. We can stop them, but we can't hurt them. We can't kill them. I don't watch any of it. Okay. Beetlejuice. I'll type the third one. John Coffey. Religion in my computer started buffering. Your computer is possessed. Argo trains, Sauron, Lucifer trains, Satan. Okay. Yeah. And for the record, I have no problem with anyone's life choice as long as they don't hurt anyone else. Hey, you are a good person, but media is poison. Everybody know the media is poison. Everybody knows that the media is definitely poison. I mean, all you gotta do is just watch the news. You just watch the news. Like I said in one of my other videos, it's all about mind control. In the what they used to call this back in the 60s, they used to call this the idiot box. People used to be sitting there and watching TV because basically TV was brand new, and people used to sit there and watch it, and they say that's the idiot box. But when we were kids, we didn't really watch too much because my father wanted to watch whatever he wanted to watch, so we go outside. Because basically they had like soap operas on until they got to like night. What is that? What's that? Barnabas Collins. And then Barnabas Collins came on. We all try to get in the house. But basically, that's why we played so much outside, because we didn't have TV, we didn't have computers, and we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have none of this stuff. What we had was basketball, kickballs, jump rope, jacks, chalk. That's what we did. We played hide and go seek. We played tag. We did a lot of stuff. But nowadays, kids leave me alone. I'm trying to play my game. They on there. You see them all the time. I know some grown people like that. They sit up there, they play with that Candy Crush for hours at a time and don't do anything. See me, I got. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I got hooked on that stuff once. I was playing Call of Duty. I got all the Call of Duty games because I bought I guess that's Xbox. I got an Xbox, and this is when I first retired. I would sit there for hours, 12 hours playing Call of Duties. I got them all. Like I said, I got all the games, and I say, man, this is not good for me. This is definitely not good for me. So I stopped playing so much, and now I'm on the YouTube, or I'm outside working in the yard, garden. Matter of fact, when I get off of here, I got some work to do on my front porch over there. And so like I say, you can get hooked onto it, you can get addicted, like I say, but you gotta be careful because it's over an hour already. I'm not planning on talking this long. I'll talk until my grandson get here. His mama bring him. Maybe I talk then. Let's hold a stick and say bang bang. Yeah. They talk about violent video games can get you messed up like that. It's a Chris Webber say grandmaster at karate. I did take judo when I was at college. They had offered judo classes, and the guy that was the instructor, he had this place called East End Judo Club, and he was telling students, if you want to learn more, come and join the club. And I did. Got a little shirt and a little gi and all that stuff, and I didn't know you had to earn your belt by combat. So I did have to fight. I didn't mind fighting, but I wasn't in it to fight. But I wanted to just learn some things, and I did. It was good. It was good. Man, it was not created by natural selection, created by the Anunnaki. Oh, okay, pause. Yeah, that's you got a point that we were. I don't know. I don't know. When your stream is over, I'm kicking my son and the neighbor boy off the Xbox and sending them outside so he can do dishes and some peace. Yeah. That Xbox, man, those video game when they came along, yeah. I remember Grady when he used to come over when he was a kid, him and his brother Lawrence, and they would come over, and I had what is it? I think it was a Nintendo. And they would sit there and they would play that Nintendo. And I keep my hair while I was watching them. Yeah. Kids these days are robbed of their imagination, creativity, and originality. You got a point there, Humble Lion, because they don't make them think. They need to think. They say Bruce Lee is a legend. Yeah, he's a legend. He's a real legend. Yeah. It's good to know how to protect yourself without weapons. Yeah, but like I say, most people say if you can avoid a fight, do it. Because see, bad things happen in fights, and I done had many of fights, and I know what can happen. Who do you think will be the legend today when they die? When they die, and probably you talk about athletes or just a regular person. Because some people like John Wayne, he's a legend. Everybody know John Wayne. You ain't had to be born to know John Wayne. Everybody know John Wayne. He's a legend. Just like athletes. Athletes die. People gonna talk about them for years and stuff like that. Everybody heard of them. You know what I mean? Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, I heard of Wilt. I met Wilt once. Way back when I met Wilt when he came here and he put up 48 points on the Cavaliers, but that's a whole different story. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. See, anybody can be a legend. It depends. It depends on how did Bruce Lee die. I don't know. It's still undetermined. It's still undetermined. It's not like Houdini. When Houdini died, they say that a guy punched him and he ruptured something because he wasn't ready for the punch, and he ruptured something, and then he ended up bleeding on the inside, and he ended up dying later on in his sleep. It's good to know how to protect yourself without weapons. The truth has been subdued, like the pyramids were not built by the Egyptians; they're reoccupied them. Clint Eastwood is a legend, yeah. Spaghetti Western guy. Man, guys, I get calls. I get calls from strange zip codes I never even heard of. I don't even know where these zip codes are from. A 326 zip code. We 216 here. I don't know where he's coming from. I don't know who that could be. I got to see if a truck is out there. Been a while since you caught you live. Hi, Grandpa. That's Slow Living Jane. How you doing? Okay, Stonehenge. Why did they move Stonehenge? I don't know. Everybody got a theory on Stonehenge. I got a theory on Stonehenge too. I think Stonehenge, because it had something on top. It wasn't just wide open like that. I think they had something on top. I don't know. Maybe it was a spaceship that landed. It was placed on top, and Stonehenge was just there. I mean, people say, well, there's no burn marks on the ground. Spaceships, when have you seen a spaceship leave burn marks on the ground? It don't work like that. I'm just thinking maybe it was something that the spaceships, see, it got me talking about space aliens, would land on top of Stonehenge because the rocks were so thick. It's circular. And then, but it wasn't just like that. It probably had something enclosed in, maybe some wood or something that just evaporated over the years. And it was like, it was just a stand for a ship to sit on top of. And then they would come in through the little door and this thing and get beamed up in the ship. That's what I think Stonehenge was for. And then after they stopped landing the ships there, that the people that was there started worshiping that Stonehenge. But that's something that we'll never know because we have no way. But I would love to be a time traveler. Two things I would love to do: space travel and time travel. They say area code 316 is Midwest like Kansas. Kansas, I don't know nobody in Kansas. Well, I do have relatives in Kansas, but they wouldn't call me this. Their name would come up because I know their phone number. It's my aunt down there. The John Wayne family have lived off this legend all these years. Yeah. Bruce Lee, Chuck was him that fight before he talked about it. My Chuck was with him. Okay, was with him the night before they talked. Yeah, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Yeah, I remember that. Enter the Dragon. Okay, I'll be in the background. I heard the rocks were made fake now. Stonehenge, maybe. Spaceships run on anti-gravity technology, not fossil fuel. It would not leave burn marks. You're right. And they got a technology out there that we don't know, but what we do know about it now, we got the formula, but we don't know how to work it. My mother and father had dinner at John Wayne Ranch numerous times. His name was Marion Robert Morrison. Marion. Ooh, okay. He had a ranch outside of Tucson, Arizona. Cowboy had to have a ranch. Yeah. We had a football player here named Marion Motley. Great football player in the 40s and 50s for the Browns. Okay, the rocks are genuine, but they are propped up with internal steel supports now. Okay, they say I had to factory reset my phone the other day. Long story, and now I have no idea what any of these numbers is calling me. Modern technology. Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. I got a phone. I've been trying to make it work for years. I can't do shorts on it. I can't go live on it. I mean, I don't know what to do with it. I don't call anybody on it. So hey, we'll see. We'll see how that works. But I can watch some YouTube on it now, which is a good thing. So I can watch people's videos. I can watch two things at one time. Visiting the future and seeing new technology will probably scare the crap out of me. No, Adam, you wouldn't get scared because you ready. You ready. Believe me. Anybody that's watching these channels, they ready. Nothing will scare us because let me tell you something. If I would travel from back when the first Star Trek movie came out to now, which is about 50, 60 years, none of this stuff would scare me. I would probably be disappointed, but it wouldn't scare me because see the way things going up here, I would say, well, I didn't know we were going to end up in this bad a shape, but I would have been expecting maybe Russia to nuke us by then. Because see, back in the 60s when I grew up in the era where we was hiding them at the desks, every day in school. Gotta get up under the desk. Or you gotta go down the basement and get against the wall like that was gonna save us if a nuclear bomb hit. Radiation was gonna kill us anyway. But that's what we grew up. We grew up expecting to die. Yeah. That's why I guess we lived life to the fullest back then, so I guess that's what something. Hey, Vic Moore beat Bruce Lee. Who's Vic Moore? I don't know. Vic Moore. Gee. Gotta run. See you later, Nikki. Okay. And watch out for those bees. Watch out for the bees. Okay, one punch. 1-inch punch. Bruce Lee, he could do that. I've been a prepper since the end of high school. Wow. See, I and you're almost 30 now. See, I didn't even know I was a prepper. I was putting away stuff since I would say you know when I started putting away stuff, I would say 1998. When they started talking about 2000, you know, the millennium 1999, everything was going to destruct and all that stuff. I started to put away stuff then, you know, the little water, a little this. I started putting away stuff, you know, a little bit of this at a time. In 1998, when 1999 happened, nothing happened. 2000, nothing happened. I still started putting away stuff. So basically, I've been putting away little stuff. I've been using it every now and then because, you know, we had stuff that happened, so we had to use some of our stuff. Or we had family members that needed some stuff. We had it, and they come in there and think it was a grocery store. I mean, so yeah, but yeah. So I've been putting away stuff about 20 years now, 21 years. Yeah, that's the way it goes. You know, things change and make you do that. So since I retired, I've been heavily into it. I've been buying a lot of other stuff. Like I say, just look at my prepper playlist. And that is just basically you don't have to go through all the other videos because most of them are just like this one where I'm talking about different things. But the prepper playlist is stuff that I've been buying and gotten that we need. Gotta tell you everything. I think it's like 20 videos or something like that. 20 because I add a little one. They're not long. I think the longest one maybe 11 minutes. I think we started prepping about 15 years ago. So I'm 42 now. Oh man, I remember when I was 42. Man, that was about over 25 years ago. 23 years ago. 23 years ago. Let's see. What they call prepping nowadays, we being responsible adults when I was growing up. Yep. These days, if you're not prepared, you're in denial. You got to be ready. But you know what scares me is a lot of people, you know, they still need a skill or something, you know, like you know, because the things happen. Like if your car break down, but these nowadays you need a little computer thing to get your car fixed. But back in the old days, anything under 78, I can fix because you didn't need to mess with the computer. You know, with the carburetor and the points and all that stuff. Yeah, but nowadays just do stuff. Just I didn't want to mess with it. You know, put brakes on and all that stuff, or go fishing or hunting or growing a garden. Everybody should have something growing in a pot. I mean, even if you got a little tiny pot in your house, put something in it and see if it's gonna grow. You know, and that's the way to start. A little bit at a time. I don't mean go out and dig up your whole yard and put a whole roll of corn in and just hope it grow. Because you want to do a little bit at a time. Start small and work your way up. Just like with prepping. Start small and work your way up. Just like anything else. When you take your first step, you have to crawl before you walk. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying everybody should start growing something. I don't mean growing marijuana plants in your house because I know some places are legal. We don't want you to do that because I don't want you to get on there and say, well, Grandpa Purpose, I just started growing something so I can grow marijuana. We don't want to do that because some places are still illegal. Okay. Hey, Farming Habit, how you doing? Let's see, under the desk with a book over his head. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see a lot of people don't experience that. See, that what gets me. We had fallout shelters. I still know where a lot of the old fallout shelters is here because they took the signs off the buildings so that people wouldn't even know that we had fallout shelters. But I know New York City has a ton of them, and they don't even list them anymore. We had a ton over here. I know what 2 of them at close to me. But like I said, radiation gonna get you. Because like I said, I didn't invest in no radiation suit because I didn't see with me just having a radiation suit, my rest of my family not having one, it didn't make no sense for me just to be the only one to live. You know, and I'm trying to live for them to survive because they're the youngest and they got to carry on because they might have another 60, 70 years to live. I might have another, I'm going to live to be 100, I say 40 years to live. If not, maybe another 20. So I'm just saying, you gotta pick and choose how you want to do this because, like I say, everybody is not going to live if a nuclear strike happened or SHTF happened. You know, we gonna all have to be prepared. And you got to make your mind up now and have a plan on what you want to do. Whether you want to be the one that's going to lead the way into the next generation, or you want your children to be the one to lead the way in the next generation. There's a lot of people out there that's selfish. They would just go for themselves and leave everybody else out there. See me, I done told people, I done got a group. I mean, some of them started their own thing because I motivated them. You know, I'm not gonna take the credit. They started their own prep and stuff like that. But I always told these family members, and my family members, I say it's always a place for you here if stuff go bad. But you know, like I told them, but you know, you got to help yourself. You know, you just can't sit back and say, "Well, I ain't gonna do nothing because I can go over Uncle Ray's house and stuff like that." No, you got to be prepared. You got to start putting stuff away for yourself. I know I got people that's gonna be here because they got roles here that they have to do perform because they got places here. Then I have people that can come. You know, relatives, certain friends that can come because, like I say, everybody got to have a bug out spot. You in the city, you might not be able to get to the country. You know, the roads are going to be bad. You know, they talk about California traffic. I seen people when they got evacuated from hurricanes and stuff like that. Them roads are bad. And you be doing 5 miles an hour on the road, people walking past you, riding bikes past you. You still in your car trying to get out. No. See, unless they nuke the place, it ain't nowhere to run anyway because the fallout gonna get you. And as far as going in the woods, nope, I'm a bunker down right here because, like I said, on many occasions, going to the woods is not what I can do, you know. So that's a whole other thing. Since I done got off all what I was talking about, I'm gonna talk about another 9 minutes because I don't really talk way more than I was planning on talking. Let's say Anna Lee Brown said I don't have a group and bug out crap out, bug the crap out of me. Look here, Anna. I don't know you personally, but I'm gonna say this. I think you're a very nice person. I really do, and I think you should take the lead and start your own group. I think everybody should take their lead and start your own group. Nobody's gonna make it alone. Forget this gray man stuff because those guys at the gray man are ready. They individualists. They don't care about nobody but themselves. They don't care about their family. They're gonna go out there and do it alone. And they would tell you, I'm the gray man, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do it alone. But if you like me, you care about your family, you care about certain friends, you're gonna try to take care of them. You hope they could take care of you. You hope they got your 6. This is not to say that bugging out is wrong, but I just can't bug out because, like I said, I have arthritis in my knees. You know, I walk with a cane, and I would just be more hindrance to them than help. I would tell them, go ahead, y'all go without me. I'll be all right. Take whatever supplies y'all need. I'll be all right. Because see, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for their survival because that's where I done lived a long life. And I want to live longer. I ain't got a death wish. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got a death wish. But I know that somewhere down the line, I'm going to be a hindrance to them and that I would have to make that sacrifice for them to go ahead and do what they have to do. That's the way I look at it. It's Anna Lee Brown, I tried to start one. Nobody will do the things. Shake my damn head. You pick the wrong people. You got to pick people. You got to pick people that have the same mindset as you. You know, mostly relatives. You can't force nobody to do anything. You got to lead by example sometimes. Like me, I was doing this stuff and I was leading by example. I didn't force anybody. I didn't push anybody, but I started pointing to things out there that was happening in the real world. And I was saying, look, this happening in the real world, you're going to have to go ahead and make a choice on whether you want to survive or whether you want to starve. And then they started looking and see things was happening my way. You know, I had relatives that never even owned a gun. You know, at one point in life, I never owned a gun. I didn't need a gun. I was a big guy. You know, I could handle myself, you know. But then the older you get, the slower you get, the more you start thinking, hey, I could get hurt in a fight. But I'm just saying, they started seeing things when people actually started not believing all the hype that's out here in the media world, where they stop thinking that the government is going to come to your house and save you. People, and I know all you guys know what I'm talking about. See, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'm gonna just say this. The government can't come and help you. I mean, they gonna come and help you, but when? When? I mean, when you need help from day one and they don't show up until 30 days later, what are you going to do between the day 1 and day 29? Die? Starve? Get abused? Get hurt? I don't know, but you got to have stuff ready just in case. The government told everybody when I first started doing it that they had to have a week worth of supply. Then they went up to 2 weeks. Then they went up to a month. Now they talk about you got to have 6 months of supply because the government is not going to take responsibility. They're going to sit there and say, we told you to have this 6 months worth of supplies ready and you didn't listen. That's what they're going to be the disclaimer. Because I have seen what they do because when FEMA show up, not to disclaim FEMA is not their fault because they're not being run right, but they will show up, but they're going to throw money at whatever you need. They will probably get the National Guard to come in and get you water and stuff like that, but don't expect them to come in and help you get contractors to come rebuild your home or anything like that. Hey, Bullfrog 79, how you doing? Let's see. That's Uncle Al in case you guys didn't know. Prepare Brennan say group dynamic is tricky. You're right. I'm gonna tell you something about being in a group. You gotta watch who's the alpha male. You can't have two alphas in a group. It never worked. Let me give you an example that some of you might know. You remember Walking Dead at the beginning of the Walking Dead, like when Rick and Shane was in the group? Two alpha males, Rick and Shane. Never worked. Even though they were fighting over Lori or whatever, it wasn't gonna work because Shane always wanted to do things this way, and Rick always wanted to do things that way. You cannot have two alpha males. It's just like a pride of lions. When you're in a pride of lions, you got to always have that one lion. There's always a young lion going to challenge them. You can't. It won't work. It won't work. And that's the problem that you have. They say the government is only interested in maintaining their framework of control. You're right because they got their things set up and they're gonna want to be around. That's why they always got these places for them to go every time something happens. It's crazy. But if you know, like I say, in real life, there's crazy people out there. There's gonna be zombies out there, and the zombies is what I call the people that are addicted to drugs. Because they gotta have it, and they would do anything to get it. And they don't care who they hurt because they're hurting because of the addiction that they have. You got people that call wolves and coyotes a wolf. Wolves are like people that act like wolves. They will kill you. They come in with the idea to kill everybody in there and take whatever they want. Coyotes will just keep harassing you. They might injure you or hurt you, but they won't kill you because they're gonna keep living off of you. Okay, and then you got street gangs. Street gangs, just like the government, they want to control because they don't want to kill you because they need you to get the supplies that you gonna keep getting. They're gonna pimp you out. They're gonna be like Negan. Negan was a street gang. The Negans in the Walking Dead, they was a gang, good street gang, and they would make all these other people work for them. That's how it is. They're criminals. And the government might come in and create martial law, which is gonna cause a problem because nobody want to be controlled like that. Under curfew and all that stuff. I lived under a curfew. We had riots here. We had in the 60s. We had curfews. We didn't go by them. We on the street playing. In the curfew, they come a jeep with a bunch of army soldiers rolling down the street, telling us to get out the streets, go in the house. We didn't. Okay. Then you got the unprepared out there that's waiting to pounce on you because they don't believe it was gonna happen. They are unprepared and non-prepped. They didn't believe stuff was gonna happen. So now stuff did happen. They gonna come looking at your house. They're gonna be knocking on your door. Hey, we know you got some water in there. Let us have some water. You can't hog all this water. You not being right. Blah blah blah. Unprepared. Yeah. And like I said, you had the lone wolf, the gray man, and the loner. Yeah, out there too. They won't mess with you because they got their own thing. But if they get low on supplies, they might sneak in your camp one night, steal some water and stuff like that, steal some canned food or whatever. Because that's what they're gonna be. Lone man, they in it for the survival of their own. And then you got the refugees out there. Now, refugees, they don't know no better. They just try to survive like everybody else. They had no plan, no thing. They just thinking that we just gonna leave and go. You might well throw them in with the unprepared. But like I said, the unprepared gonna try to stay where he at and just do everything. Then you got the trolls out there and the other preppers. That's the ones that watch you on YouTube. They watching your channel and they seeing what you got and they finally figure out where you live at. And that's just things happen. If you living close to them, they might come to your place because they don't watch your channel and they know what you got. Those are trolls and the other preppers. Because, like I say, all preppers are not good people. Well, anyway, see, I done got totally off this whole subject that I was talking about. But we started talking about people out there, and I was just trying to just get something done. But like I say, I hope I help you. But then, you get you a small group, even if it's like 3 people, even if it's just you and somebody else. Because let me tell you, regardless of what people say, nobody's going to make it alone in a situation where the SHTH happened. And like I say, by my scale, my clock, we're at 80% heading toward the SHTF situation. You know, we've been building up to it, see, and then when it happened, people will say it happened overnight. No, people, it's not going to happen overnight. We already passed the halfway point with all this stuff that's going on now. We was at 60% a couple of months ago. Now I done moved the needle 20 more percent because the inflation rate is going up on everything. You cannot even buy a new car because we cannot get the chips to go into the cars. You see what I'm saying? So that's hurting. And then, you know, people are actually working, but everything is so high, they still can't afford to live. They still living at the same money rate they were at. So I done got on a whole certain different things. I didn't want to talk about this. So anyway, I hope everybody was sharing and stuff like that. And like I said, if you're not prepared, you better get prepared. People, it's not that hard to do. As I always say, you got the village. I love that. Yeah, the village. Yeah. You talk about the one where they were living in a national park, and the blind girl had to go get help for a father who was injured. That was M. Line Shyamalan. I liked the movie. My wife hated the movie, and that kid was running around that monster suit. And it was like the 20th century, but they was like living in the 16th century. I thought it was a good movie. M. Line Shyamalan. Yeah, The Village. Yeah, she knew the truth. Yeah, like my dogs for our life is too short. You're right about that. Yep. But people say, man, I got a dog's life. You got a short life there. But like I say, I just try to hang in there. My son was asking today if the vaccine and vaccine passports are the mark. Well, you know, Anna, I can't talk about the vaccine. And everybody they got YouTube channels know they can't talk about the vaccine. You know, I won't talk about lizard people anymore. Not unless I want to get a disclaimer put on my channel. The same thing if I talk about the vaccine, I can get a disclaimer put on my channel, and I might even get my channels taken down because, as you see right now, the president, he's saying that the media and people on Facebook, YouTube, and all these other places that are talking about the vaccine are hindering the people getting their shots. So we're being subversive, and not a subversive person. I got the shot. You know, like I told people in one of my other videos, I got the shot. You know, I got Pfizer. I didn't get Johnson & Johnson. But I'm just saying I can't talk about the shots. Yeah. So maybe somebody in the chat might want to be able to tell you, like I say, you say, Ray, hurry up and say you should talk to your doctor about the vaccine. You should. Like before I got mine, I did talk to my doctor. She was on the county. She was the county person that was with the shot. So yeah, she gonna say get it. So I don't know. So anyway, like I said, it's been over an hour and a half, and like I said, I usually don't talk more than an hour, but I got sidetracked a little bit. I was talking about legends and everything and folklore. To wrap it up, it is a little bit of truth to all of it. It's a little bit of truth to all of it. But like I say, unless we are there at the beginning of a legend and see it up for ourselves, or at the end of a legend and see it for ourselves, we really don't know. But like everything else we do in life, sometimes we got to take things just on faith. You know, like I say, we never seen God, but we take that on faith, so we can take a lot of other things on faith because the things that's way beyond our scope of recognition, you know, that transcend this modern world that we live in, you know. So that's all I got to say. All right, then we'll just say 15 more I don't know, 15 more minutes. Go for 2 hours. Whew, it's a lot of talk. I don't know if I know. I don't know. I don't know if everybody can handle 2 more hours. I don't know if I can handle 2 more hours. People say I can talk, but I can. Yes, there's a little bit of truth in all legends. Yes, it is a little bit of truth in all the legends. Like I say, the vampires got a little bit of truth in them. Werewolf, Dogman, Bigfoot, they all got a little bit of truth in them. So, the Krakens, the sea monsters, goblins, and trolls, and elves, because, every Christmas we talk about Santa elves, so I'm like, and then, like I said, the Jersey Devil, it's a lot of stuff out there. Paul Bunyan, they got a big statue of Paul Bunyan up there. He was a giant with an axe, And like I say, people didn't believe in giants. You know what? It's funny because people didn't believe in giants until recently. They just started believing in giants. But giants been out there since the Bible, like I say. And then people, they just don't believe in shapeshifters. But it's true. There's people out there that can do shapeshifting. There's people out there. I mean, we wouldn't know because they shapeshift. And like I say, maybe Bigfoot might be a shapeshifter. All of a sudden you be chasing them in the woods, thinking you got them, and next thing you know, you see a deer run by you. You be the shapeshifting into that. I don't know. We never know. Like I say, I don't know if I would want to be somebody that had all the answers. I don't know if my brain can handle it. If they come sometimes they say people are so smart they crazy. I don't know. And like I say, nowadays we don't have to worry too much about that because kids nowadays they don't really do homework with pencils and pieces of paper anymore. They do it on computers, and I'm just worried about what's going to happen when the computer's gone and the electricity go down. Are they going to be able to figure out how far a yard is, how many inches in a foot? Because right now they can just Google it, or pop it up on the thing. See, back in our days, we didn't have that. We actually had to go out there and measure stuff and look at stuff, know what 100 yards is, stuff like that. But sometimes we get so smart that we're making everybody dumb that only a few people can control everything. That's why I worry about AI too much. And that's why I tell my daughter, use a pencil. But she don't want to listen. She got a computer. So I'm going to Google it. We do half our school online and half with books and pencil and paper. Yeah. Pretty soon we won't even be doing that. We just put them in front of a TV. We have a computer, a computer person, something like a Mac Hedron, somebody that's sitting there telling them what it is. That's like me. You don't need no pencil and piece of paper now. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know, and that's it. Then after you get finished with your computer lesson, you cut it off. Where the world? Do you know what a ruler is, son? Some people don't even know what the hands of a clock look like, because they got digital watches. They do. You see? Hold up. Yeah. You see? Oh, see that? You tell them it's at 12 o'clock. They say 12 o'clock. Where is that at? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We hear people in the military especially say, I got your 6. They say, what's the 6? What's the 6? The 6 is they got your back. But see, because they don't know what the hand of a clock is. Really, they don't. They don't teach you like they did when we was in school. Now they look at their watch, it's all digital, it talks, so they push a button and the camera come up. It's just crazy. So you got to change your whole terminology. You say Google is not your buddy. Brain implants coming. Yes, they are coming, and it is no secret. I've been saying it for a while that we are gonna get implants. We are gonna get implants, and I'm going to leave it like that because I don't want to compare it to some things out there that I know is out there. But we are going to get implants in our bodies, and there's nothing you can do about it because pretty soon, when we be born, when we are born, they're going to put trackers in us. It's going to be futuristic stuff. It's coming. We watch these futuristic TV shows and stuff like that, and we see these people running around here with how much time they got to live on their arms and stuff like that. And we say, oh, man, that was a good movie. or they doing this and thing. They would never do that. Like RoboCop stuff, where they fighting against army corporations and stuff like that, because big corporations is running the government. What does that sound like? I can't say that stuff right now, but I'm just saying we fight against OCP every day here. Big corporations that's running the world. The machines will win if we let them. Yeah, they will win. They winning now, and we don't even know it. They might be running things now, and we don't even know it. You know what I mean? They got 3D animation. Some of these people that we think is real might not even be real. They might be out there. What was that? They had hollow suits. Remember the hollow suits? You can put on a hollow suit. You can look like somebody else, or they might have like an Arnold Schwarzenegger with it. When it and what was it? What was it? When he was going to Mars, get yourself to Mars, and he was at the airport. He had his head of the lady on there, and he took that off, and it was like, whoa, it was Arnold. Or the cab driver. They had a cab driver that was driving in there, the Jolly Cab. Yeah. Yep. So we got cars like that now that drive themselves. We got cars and trucks that drive themselves. AI. Like I say, we got so many threats, and we wait to fight them one at a time. But like I always said, and you heard me say this before if you've been watching me a long time, bad things happen in threes. At least it always seemed to happen for me in threes. Bad things happen in three. Now we know what the first one is. We've been dealing with the first one. Now we start touching into the second one, which is the economic problem. And then what if the AI started to act up, and all of a sudden we got the stuff that's out here, the economic problem, and then we got rogue AI. Just throw your hands up, people. I mean, but we never know. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it at that. And I see LA Purple, you still here? He said, I never owned a watch. They spent their entire existence listening to every word I say. That's just weird. No, you get your digital watch. Get you one of those watches. I know they got those batteries in it, but I don't think they hurt you. At least I hope. Hope not. Safety check. Yeah, you're a little bit true for all legends. Let's say that's how I felt Monday after Steve's chat. I wish someone else would go live after the 2 hours was done. Yeah, in case you don't know who Steve is, that's Corsair Trainer. He comes on Mondays at noon. I'm giving you a shout out, Steve. Yeah, I don't know why people don't listen to him more or watch his channel, because he seems to be steady at a little bit over 1,000. People need to go watch Steve. Maybe he's at a bad time, but Steve, he's not like me. Okay, let me put it this way: you might hear some little swear words in there and stuff like that. But he might, because he's real. He's down to earth. He's not politically incorrect all the time, but he's a great guy, and I love his stuff, and I watch him. I watch him. I watch other channels, and if I'm able to. A couple of times I wasn't able to watch him. I watch the replays, but I try to make a special effort to get there to noon on Mondays to watch his channel. So if you haven't seen Steve Corsair's Trainer, get a chance to go watch him. Yes, he's a good guy. He answers questions too. Okay. The Unclave Explorer was talking about nanites being injected at birth. I don't think they would inject them at birth, because then you have a whole problem with the brain stem. Because nanites will actually create stuff in your body. But if you put them in there when you're too young, then you got, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. They might cause a problem. Cause some confusion up there in the brain stem. Let's see. Paul just says, I have all men's history starting in 1957. Yay, better hurry. My brain is depleting. Your brain is depleting. Yeah, well, we all seem to be diminishing a little bit every year. Every year we seem to be diminishing. You know what? I wanted to mention this in one of my videos, but I never get around to it. I always end up on something. Everybody watch The Stand, Stephen King's The Stand. Like I never seen the new one, but I seen the old one. I want to watch the new one, but it's not. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. But it's been out for a while. I thought it may be on Hulu, so I got Hulu to see it was on there. Couldn't find it, but I'm waiting for it. I want to see the new Stand. You know, you remember Stephen King's The Stand, right? Well, don't that remind you of something that's going on? And then and the crazy part about it is, even in the disasters, people are still at people's throats, good and evil. And that's what it's all about, good and evil. We always been in the battle of good and evil, you know. So that's crazy. Ultimate Machines. It was deleted. That's it quick. Probably won't be on Monday's stream. So Steve, I get my wisdom teeth out this morning. Wow. My wisdom teeth used to hurt me like crazy. They still do. A little bit, not that much because I'm different now, but because you had this one wisdom tooth that was back here, it's gone now because they got a cavity. They took it out. And my wisdom teeth used to make my jaws just swell up because I'd be biting my jaws accidentally. Yeah, wisdom teeth. So I used to put that little cortisone gel on there, whatever it was. It worked. But ice, used to eat ice. It didn't talk so much. It will always be evil into Jesus. Yep. Like I said, it's not our problem to eliminate it. It's going to be he the one that will take care of all of that. Ask if you want to die. No, I'm dying. I'm serious. Yeah, I remember you said you had I think you said you had cancer and that you had spent some time in the hospital so far. I don't know, maybe twice this year. Yes, I had a friend that used to watch my channel. A couple of months ago, he passed away. Yep, he was from England. He had cancer, and he watched my show, and he would tell me he was sick. Yeah, so we're gonna pray for you, Paul. That we know you sick, and I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad to call you my friend. So just so you know, you won't be forgotten. Let's see, I'm getting infected like constantly. They have to come out so I feel better. Yeah, once you get them out there, feel better. But like I said, it's gonna be odd once you get a tooth missing. Like I said, I got the only tooth I got is the one back there. That one wisdom tooth. Once that came out, the other ones are fine. But like I said, ice all the time. Like I said, I had to put the cortisone and the Ambisol on it. And then I couldn't talk as much because I looked like a chipmunk. Okay, Ultimate Machines will be a product of people that make them. God help us, if billionaires and people are greedy for power, created generation of AI. They put the machines like terror. Maverick Prepper, you're late. They're already doing it. It's gonna. What I'm afraid of, and this is just me throwing stuff out there, spitballing, as they say. Most of the billionaires, they got land in Greenland and in New Zealand, in places like that. They got land there. They got them stocked. That's why we couldn't for like months. You could not find Mountain House or Wise or any other kind of 25-year-long food or stuff like that. You couldn't find none of that. You couldn't find ammo or none of that stuff. And people saying, what happened all of a sudden? Is everybody prepping all at once? No, everybody wasn't prepping all at once. All the billionaires got together, got their monies, started buying this stuff by the truckloads until they ran out of inventory. They stocked in places where they're going to be at. See, they don't know if they're going to end up being in Greenland or New Zealand. But they stock both. They can afford. They bought land. They built compounds. You know what I mean? Some of them teamed up, and some they got them all over the places. And they gonna say when stuff happens, they gonna be safe. They got food, water, whatever they need, and they stockpile these places. They don't even hear them talking about it no more. But because they ready, and all they got jets standing by, at any moment. So if stuff happen, they zoom, they gone. You know what I mean? They where they need to be at. They built these underground places they look like mansions. They so nice and stuff like that. Public ain't allowed to see them, but they ready. And then if they don't have an army, they got all these AIs that they got ordered, that they got ready. They got them stocked in warehouses and stuff like that. They got them. They got them. You know, and guys like Elon Musk think we're going to just go up here and just be out of the way when this stuff happens. Oh, no, no, no. Y'all got to come back down sooner or later. And they're not going to come back down the way they landed. They're going to come back down to New Zealand or places like that. So I'm just saying it's already in the mix. We're not geared to live. I mean, I hope we do, but they not planning for us to live here. Just Twinkies they are eligible for 1,000 years. So is the McDonald's patties. You know what I mean? I seen something there on TV on the news about a McDonald's patty. I just say I can't eat that stuff. It won't even decompose. It's like plastic. So anyway, that's another story. So what I was saying was yeah, the AI, they got it. If you go to some of these channels on YouTube and stuff, start looking at the robotics and stuff like that, you'll see all the new robots that got. You be thinking, well, we can afford that. We can afford it. Not me. You know, but like I say, everybody got Roombas in their house. Who say Roomba is not just cleaning your room, but got a sensor in there that's scoping out your entire house? You know, making diagrams and sending the information in there like a transistor radio. Everybody got drones now. I mean, when I was a kid, we had paper airplanes. We throw them paper airplanes, or we get the little wooden ones we put together. Shoot, now they got drones flying all over the place. We can't have them too many here in Cleveland where I'm living at because I'm close to the airport too, the small airport, not the big airport. I'm close to the lakefront airport, so they don't want us to have them over here because we might hit the plane when it's landing or something. I don't know what it is, but anyway. It's things that we don't know about that's happening out here that we're gonna be lost in the dark when it do happen because we're not invited to the party. We didn't get our invitation. You know what I mean? It's like 2012. You know, people knew something was going on, but they wasn't invited to the party. And when it did happen, we're gonna be sitting on top of a mountaintop watching the waves come in and wash us away because other people already got their tickets on the ships. The same thing here with us. Other people already got their stuff together, the rich and the famous, and they're not supposed to because, you know, that's the way it is. So, like I say, we just got to make your place where you live at a fortress. You know, you got to make sure that it's safe. You got to make sure that it's going to be prepared. If you plan on staying there any length of time, it could be, I got to stay here for 1 week, 2 weeks. You got to make sure that your windows are covered, you know, blocked off, or make sure that nobody can just come through your window and do something to you because there's WROL you will be living in. You know, because after SHTF, WROL will follow. And those of you who don't know what that is, that means a world without rule or law. It'll be like these people down in Venezuela, where they were riding in the streets and stuff like that. You know, because when people start riding, it's the mob mentality. You cannot reason with mobs. You cannot reason with a mob. The only thing they understand is force. So that's what I'm saying. But that's a whole other thing. Let's see what I'm going. Okay. The symptoms of hurting you. I understand. Yeah. Oh, baby, I'm sorry for this. Everybody got hurt as much. So sorry. Okay, well, look here, everybody. I done talked about a lot of different things today, and I'm glad that you guys showed up. I'm so happy that people still watch my videos. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll probably make some more videos this week. I've been making a lot of little short ones and stuff. I took a ride the other day, went past the VA hospital. That place is huge. It's not just that one building. It's like 3 blocks. It's 3 blocks of buildings. I mean, they all brand new. It's big. I just showed you the ones off the main street. They got one behind the building, the one over there, because it's right by University Circle. As a matter of fact, it's right by University Circle. See, on the other side, there's a park I go to, but I take my grandson over there when he was littler. We go to the park over there because it's right by the duck pond. But yeah, It's a big place. You know, we got the history museum right behind it, and you got the art museum right behind that. It's you ever come to Cleveland, they take you to the University Circle, and you go to the art museum. You right over by my neighborhood. I mean, not that far, but you right over where I was did some driving there. All right, then. I will thank everybody from watching, and I'm gonna cut it off. Like I said, I've been almost 2 hours, an hour and 55 minutes. That's wow. That's the longest I ever been on before. Okay, Paul Jett, we're gonna keep you in our prayers. Everybody try some prayers for Paul Jett. You know he's sick and he might not be with us much longer. You know, we're gonna pray for you that he does be here longer than he think he might be. We're gonna keep you in our prayers. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Thank you, YouTube, and thanks everybody for watching. See y'all later.